All right, you're doing really, really good. Appreciate you following us along on here because I think after you see how simple this system is, it's really not rocket science. It's just repetitive action. Now, this step right here is called the follow up, and I think this may be the most important step we have here. Now, the good news is that as we talked about the previous video about the presentation, it was the system doing the work for you, the GoYoli system sending out those emails. Now, the good news is that system already has built in what they call autoresponders, meaning when you put somebody on the list, you put your prospect, you got permission for them, to send them an email. It is automatically going to send them every couple days just a real quick, how you doing email. This is why Yoli, is doing great. This is what's going on in the industry. And obviously they can opt out at any time. So it's very, unintrusive, very polite, very professional. Makes you look really good. And it also makes you, keep in contact with them, kind of slow dripping on them if they haven't already talked to you. Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you. What's cool about the system, obviously, is during the follow-up, you're going to be able to log into your back office. You'll be able to log in right there. You're going to see a list of all your prospects under your contacts. And then when you click on each, or you'll see right on the one side, you're going to see that all of these prospects will show you who logged into your website, who actually viewed the website, who went there, who looked at it. And when you click on the name of the prospect, it's now going to take you in there to also show you more of the tracking of what went on. This is what I briefly touched on before. Now, okay. Here's the big stuff on this one. The follow-up. The fortune is in a follow-up. This is so, so true. And what I mean by this is sometimes people need a little nudge to get over the hump or encouragement, or maybe you don't have necessarily the credibility of being this big, successful multimillionaire in networking, and why are you going to be their financial deliverer? Well, I'm going to help you out here with this one. All the follow-up is very simply asking somebody some simple questions and having a conversation. It's not hard. It's not intimidating. If you learn that, you're going to have a great time doing this business. This business is fun. I mean, I love talking to people. I have a blast talking to people. If you don't like talking to people, this is not the company or this is not the business for you. But with the follow-up, now going back to my trusty little telephone here, I have logged into the back office. I have seen that Joe, my prospect, went to my website. I watched it. I saw that he watched half of the blast cap technology video. Saw that he watched the full video on the corporate guys. I saw this, and he went on the page, and let's say he spent 15, 20 minutes on the web page. That's a pretty good amount of time for somebody to do that. Now, here's again, I can't tell if Joe's going to get it or not. I don't even care if Joe's going to get it or not, believe it or not. All I want to do is have a conversation with Joe to see what his interest level is. That's it. I'm still always going to be friends with Joe, even if he doesn't get into business with me. So, got my phone. I'm going to make the phone call to Joe, and I'm going to talk to him, okay? I'm going to show you how we follow up with Joe. So, you ready? All right, I dial into Joe. Okay. It's ringing. Joe. Hey, Mike Healy, how you doing? Is this a good time? Okay, tip for you, real quick. I always ask that. Is this a good time? Because if he's in the middle of, putting the kids to bed, not a good time. If he's just getting ready to go out and cut the lawn, or if he's running out the door, not a good time. Joe's going to tell me yes, okay? Hey, Joe, is this a good time? Oh, great. Okay, hey, listen, I saw you went to the website. Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, can I, what'd you like best about what you looked at? I mean, did anything pique your interest there? Okay, tip for you. I'm asking Joe simple questions. What did Joe like? What's Joe want to talk about? And the real important thing that I just asked him is, what did he like best? What was his interest? Okay, because we do not want to be talking about what Mike wants to talk about. Okay, people like to talk about themselves. And here's how I close almost every single person I talk to by using this simple system is I'm having a friendly conversation. I'm joking around on it. I'm not taking life so serious that if Joe doesn't join, I'm going to jump off a bridge, okay? I'm making conversation with them. So when I'm talking to Joe, Joe's telling me. Now, Joe just told me that he was very interested in the technology and the other products that might be coming out. So guess what I'm going to talk about? Joe, man, I'm telling you, these guys really have it together. I really think what they're doing, never been done before in the industry. Real powerful stuff, okay? Whatever Joe's talking about, that's what I'm going to talk to about with Joe, okay? Real important. All following up is just finding out where they're at, okay? Now, I don't have any magic closers, but I'll give you some tips on kind of getting people over the hump here, and we'll be a little more aggressive in maybe a couple of the next videos. But all I do is I go back into my website, I look at all the emails I sent out the day before, I look at who looked at them, and then I follow up with them. And the cool part is maybe if you're running lead, if you're paying for leads or anything like that, or people just randomly went to your web page because you didn't send it through the Warm Market Wizard, but you sent them to your website and they went to what they call the landing page. They'll fill it out and you'll get an email letting you know that they're watching your website or they're at your website taking a look at it. So it's real important. Now, kind of in closing with the follow-up, because it's not rocket science, is I'm just having a conversation, seeing what their interest level is. Here's the important thing. You're brand new. You don't have a clue how all this works. You have no idea about the background. You got in an hour ago, got your site set up, sent somebody and they're interested. What are you going to do? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Here's the answer. Now, all you have to do is if somebody asks you a question that you don't know, you do this. You know what, Joe? I don't know. Wow, what a great answer, okay? Because it works every time. I've used that for years. And if you don't feel like answering something, say, I don't know. I do it all the time. I'm like, I don't know. Half the time I don't care about some of the, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. But here's what I want to tell you. If somebody's got some sincere questions, here's how you answer them. Joe, great question. Hold on a second. I'm going to call my sponsor. Boom, 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 boom. I get my sponsor on the phone. Here's what I do. I do this all the time. I'll call my sponsor and I'll say, hey, K-Man, what's up? Hey, I got Joe on the other line. Joe's real interested in this. But hey, Joe and I work together. Joe probably thinks that I'm pulling his leg, but he does seem like he's interested in some stuff. I just wanted you to introduce yourself, let him know that we've got a good team involved, that we're doing something big here. Would you talk to him? Great. Okay. I merge the calls. I do a three-way call on here. Joe, hey, this is K-Man. Listen, Joe's a great guy. K, I think you're going to like him. He's really good. And I basically introduce him. I edify my upline that they're an expert at this thing, even if they've only been in an hour and a half earlier than me. That's what I'm going to do, and I let them do the talking. Heck, I'm half the time I'm messing around on the computer, checking extra emails, thinking about who else I'm going to prospect, and I'm letting my upline close them. Okay, and I keep it quick too. If somebody's on the phone and I can't tell if they're going one way or another, I just make them quick. I say, you know what, Kay, I know you're a real busy guy. Thanks for taking 2 seconds to be on here. 60 seconds, I appreciate it, and I'm off. And then I'll talk to Joe. Go, man, wasn't he great? Wasn't he awesome? Or wasn't she awesome? And now Joe's got another perspective that other people are involved in this. Okay. So with follow-up is not rocket science, but it is so crucial. It's not even funny. Fortune really is in the follow-up, because if you don't follow up with people, I'm telling you, they're going to end up under somebody else. Because a lot of times people want to see if you're serious about this thing. Why would I get in with you if you're not taking this thing serious, okay? If you're treating it like a hobby, how many people make a lot of money off their hobbies? They usually lose money, okay? You want to treat it like a business so you're making money and you're being profitable. So took a little more time on this video, but it's very important that you understand the simplicity of follow-up and how to do it properly. So see you on the next video, and we'll rock this thing. Thanks.